The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What's happening, Octo family? We're going to take a look at a lot of stuff we got to go over before the market opens on Monday. We had some extreme volatility, a lot of money making, but we got to protect ourselves and just be aware of our surroundings. We're going to jump into some weird correlated things here. S&P 500, the SPY, SPX, y'all heard about that. Median S&P 500 stock short interest as percent of market cap. This is a really cool graph. If you ask me, if you want to come take a look at it in detail, come to my website. It's down in the description there. It shows here in 2008, people were shorting the market, S&P 500 for sure, right? Even before that, people were doing it. In 2007, halfway through 2007, people were starting to short it, but people were, I don't know, it's still kind of low, right? Until stuff really started getting funky, and then look what happened. The last housing market crash here, great financial crisis, what they're calling it here. Since then, we've just been declining. Now, keep in mind, this is as percent of market cap also. This will soon even include Tesla. So this will probably be even lower. What I'm getting at here is we have to pay attention to the most of the market and realize that people still aren't scared at all. They're just not scared yet. Keep an eye on this though, percent of market cap, and see if we can catch an uptrend on this. If we can break previous lines like this one here, up to about like 1.75%, 1.85%. I think it's something to pay attention to. Daniel Ilcoxy, he's been with us since almost day one. A lot of support for the channel, so thank you. He's on Twitter if you want to add him. He's a cool guy. He said, hey, what if the Fed shorted us all? I think it's actually a good question. What if the Fed shorted us all? I think in a way that they are. I think the Fed is shorting us by money printing. If you're new to this channel, you might not know, but we've talked about it many times that the Fed started doing that in November of last year. Why? Why did the Fed start doing that in November of last year? Can anyone answer that question? I bet you can't. How about largest 2-week inflow of global stocks ever? Global equities 2-week cumulative of billions of dollars. Where we're at right now. This is people shoveling money into the stock market. Where else are they going to put it? It's not doing anything in their drawers. It's definitely not doing anything at their bank account right now. In fact, it's losing you money, your bank account. Talked about inflation and all that. You might know you're losing a ton of money. Smart money. What is smart money? First 30 minutes and the last hour of the cash session has been selling this market since September 1st. On September 2nd, S&P 500 was at 3,580, i.e. example, smart money have missed a sideways market, including at 300-point drawbacks. This is something to pay attention to. Why? Why do you think that they are selling and buying since September then? I think it's because they're scared. They're tightening up. Like I keep trying to tell people, take profit right now. If you're anywhere close to 100% profit on something, just pull out some money. At least pull out like 75% of your money out of there. You can let the rest of the 25% run because it's free money at that point. But at least ring that cash register. Just do it. If the big boys are doing it, we need to also. Also pay attention when they're buying. That's why even after hours now, it's like you still have to watch the market because it runs. We'll notice the market is either slamming after end or going up. We want to be on their side, pulling triggers with them, right? The U.S. financial conditions are very easy, close to the all-time lows from the tech bubble. Financial conditions, easy financial conditions. Look at this. This goes back, this graph from 1995. The big tech bubble was in 2000 with the Microsoft and all that. There's a big bubble where all the companies were selling basically for way more than they're worth. Let's just say that at the given point, but they were basing on future valuations like Tesla and like everything else we're doing now. The big tech stuff. Pay attention to this. This is something just to watch, all right? Because this is why this market is nuts and why it technically doesn't make any sense and why we should be scared. But notice back in the 2000, and this is why I'm a big believer that this next Hulk smash is going to be worse than any of them ever, is because we're already sitting there. And look how much short interest we have, like 0. Just wait, it's going to get crazy. Gold, who does not hate gold? Smart sales pushing us to sell the gold logic all week long. For more than weeks long. They've been selling, sell it, it's too high. Financial media papers pushing sell gold post the vaccine. So gold has been always known as the backup safe haven asset is what they're calling it. At least to the majority of people. Regardless, what are they correlating here? They're saying whenever we're getting positive vaccine news, gold should technically be going down. The largest outflow ever. If it does not go lower on all this bearishness, what happens should the shiny metal turn higher? Weekly gold funds flow, billions. So what is this showing? This is showing that the big funds are still like, no, we don't want to touch this too high. Everyone else is like, give me all of it. So you have the other side of the teeter-totter here, where the other side is looking at it like, we want to put our money in the stock market right now because there's nowhere else to put it. But do we trust that the economy is actually good? No. Why? How do we prove that? Because gold, everyone's still got their money in gold and silver. It's still hard to pick this stuff up down the street. Can you pick up even 2-ounce coins or 1-ounce coins or 10-ounce coins at your local place? I'm guessing not. Why? So why isn't silver and gold way higher than it is right now? Because of this. Okay. The big boys are holding back because they're thinking with the run of the vaccine and all that it will come down. Most people aren't buying it. The big macro guys are no. Right? I still think, of course, when the next Hulk smash goes, everything's going to go with it, other than the hedges that we always talk about, even gold on paper, but not down the street. You think your buddy's going to pay attention to the stock market if everything drops and then sell you his gold coins for $5 a piece? I don't think so. It's going to say, I don't care what the stock market says. Just sell them for $2,000 a piece. It is tinfoil hat time. This next segment might get a little bit weird for some of y'all, but I want to bring it up because I want to protect everybody. I care about y'all. Just remember a couple of weeks ago when every stockbroker was down. Do you guys remember that? And they all blamed it on a server error. The only admitted server error that came out was from Google. Do you think that every broker out there, TD, Webull, Fidelity, do you think they all are backed at Google? No. So why were they all down the other day? And how does that not freak you out when all of them are going down? Does every broker use Google? No. Why am I getting texts from my bank, my main bank, saying they're having issues? They're saying, and my experience, financial centers in your area may be temporarily closed, or hours may be modified. So if you need to pull out money or move money, you just can't, and they're not even going to tell you why or when or how. Just blatantly, the services might be closed, and then you can't be able to wire money and all that. So why am I telling you all this? I just want you to protect yourself. You and your families, all right? How? Tank and bake those profits. Take and bank. Where I was saying up at the beginning there, just take the profits, man. If you're sitting 20, 30, 40, 70, 80, 110% up, just sell some of it, at least most of it. Take it. Put it in your bank. Maybe pull some of it out of your bank, but keep it. All right? I want you guys to be sitting on some cash right now. Just get in, get out. Let's swing these. That's what we need to be doing right now. We don't need to be taking 2-year long positions out right now, okay? It's just not smart. Buy physical silver. If you don't have any physical silver, you can come down to the description, click on this link, and this is a place that I like to get it from in Idaho. I can trust them. They're always good. No excuses. They get stuff out. You need to have some silver, dude. What if your bank account gets light switched? And you're like, okay, my card's not working. I can't wire money. I'll just go to my bank and pull out money. Oh, no, the financial center is closed too. What are you going to do, man? Also keep some cash, like real cash, out of the bank. Like dollar bills. Just do it. Just have some. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, none of us do. I think we can all agree that nothing is out of, it's going to scare, like nothing is going to be out of the ordinary. Everything is going to be just, is going to be a surprise. Is it really going to surprise anyone? Remember, I've been posting some stuff about a new digital currency that's coming out, Fed bucks. They've already been talking about it. Trump's been talking about it. Every president's talked about it before. But even Trump was, how he's going to be removing cash, always in the name of safety. He's talking about, you know, doing, wiring people this free money. Just get ready. That's all I'm saying. Just make sure you're protected. Buy or hunt some meat. Is anyone a meat eater out there? Is anyone not? Or buy and hunt some vegetables, if that's your thing. Start a little farm thing. Don't forget about the toilet paper, because we all know that's not good if you're missing it. Tinfoil hat off. So are SPACs dead or alive? Y'all heard of the 2 and 4 rule? I've talked about it a bunch, but I never really explained it. But 2 weeks, SPACs are really cool. To most people, they'll probably think they're cooler than 2 weeks. They're thinking maybe 4 weeks, but look at the charts. Why does the coolness of SPAC take about 4 weeks to stop? Because the people who made the money in those 2 weeks are still talking about it. And they're still bag holding because they never sold. That's some monster gains. They're like, no, it's already gone up double, but I'm just going to keep holding it. Ring the cash register, all right? Where are we at in this cycle? When I was talking about it, was it a week ago? Yeah, I was saying we're starting the new cycle of cool SPACs again. SPACs can be cool, starting now. What happens, you get this slow turn up. They start going up a tiny bit. And then, what do we have? We started the first week last week, where it was just bam, right? Everything is popping, boom, 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 boom. We have been getting some great targets, but still, getting some big money moving in these. I think we have about another week. Could it all tank on Monday for SPACs again? Sure, if the market makers really want to do that, but I don't know. There is so much pressure of velocity pressure on these right now. I think we at least got another week. So before Thanksgiving, tighten up. You know, let's just be sharp. Let's be agile, but we gotta pull it. You know, pull it if you can. We're gonna move on to some more tickers now that I want y'all to be aware of. I was actually asked about this one. I already had it in here. This is GP, Green Power Bus. Y'all still in that one? We've been talking about this one for a while. This finally came to market on the NYSE, and it just tanked. Been bleeding out. Regardless, it had a run up, and then we had some market volatility. It came down, and it's back to its glory day. It basically tagged all-time highs again at 2309. But throw it in the chart here. What does it tell us? It got rejected off the 2309 too. It just backed down to 2102. If I bought anywhere below 20, I would put a stop sell or a trailing stop pretty darn close, or just pull out. I am long this company. I hope they do great, but I just don't see near-term sales for green school buses specifically. I know they have other ones, shuttle systems for airports, but do you see airports buying green $100,000 rigs or $8,000 rigs right now? I don't see airports buying nothing. Why? Because they're just, you've been to the airport lately? Ain't nobody there. They're not making money. That's how I feel about this one. I would ring the cash register on this. Could this end up flying to 40 for the heck of it because of the marketing? Yeah, but I would still be proud of myself for pulling out. All right. Again, you can hold it, but just remember this is what I want you guys to think about. If and when the brokers all get light switched again, what if the big boys pull the rug out from underneath us while that happens? And those stop sales we have, those trailing stops, don't get triggered because our brokers are down. And it's not until 2 hours later or 2 days later where the retail finally gets back in and everything is gotten cut in half or 110% down. That's the stuff that freaks me out right now. It does, and it should freak you out too. There's some big cap overstock. We talk about a lot of these big caps. They're doing the market, the run-ups for sales for the quarter ends, right? So overstock, doing great. Of course, in the place we're in, it's going to do even better. The whole worldwide economy, overstock.com. If you don't know, it's kind of like an Amazon. Kind of weird though. It's not a place I don't think I've ever bought anything from, but it's kind of like an Amazon, but they're really popular. Regardless, the chart tells us it's bottomed out. It's 51.16. It has technically come close to break bull. I wouldn't call it for sure though. If I wanted to get into this, I would be putting buys in, trying to ride it maybe at the 69.75-ish mark to try to catch it on its next wave up. Because fourth quarter earnings on all internet retail stuff, all internet buying, you think they're going to break out Q4? I definitely think so. We got Christmas coming, y'all. We definitely got Christmas coming. Take a look at the volume. Just keep your eye on that. It's starting to come up. We could even draw another line. This just creates some more and more perfect channels. I'm seeing it right now over this. And that's why I wouldn't be buying in right now, because this technically could come back down to the 51 again. So just wait till we get a little bit of a break. If you want to get long on this, long as in at least like 3 months or something, you could buy some shares now and I'm sure you'd be fine. This place ain't going anywhere. It's not a retail shop that is forced to close or anything. I think you'll be fine. Henny. Anyone still in Henny? What do you think about this? I think that these is going to end up running. This was sitting down at like based out at like $10.25 for the longest time. It's starting to get some love here and there. They're doing a little bit of better job managing with the marketing a little bit. There's always room for improvement, but we've been talking about how Casey Neistat, he's actually got a video that he's done with them, and he hasn't released it yet. And if y'all know, he's a huge YouTuber, and when he puts a video out talking about a certain product, stock flies. Super powerful. So we're going to ride that. We've also got a catalyst in December where they're going to announce another last mile delivery vehicle. That's also going to push it. I think they're also going to release more partnerships with other automakers. That'll make it fly. Also possibly release where manufacturing is. They're saying hopefully pretty much in stone, but not 100% in America. That's huge. And then I'm also thinking they've definitely got some sort of deal with Uber or Lyft or one of those places. Even if they come out and are like, by the way, we're giving all Uber drivers 5% off or something like that, I think that would be enough to give some love from the Uber people, because there's people who are super long Uber and Lyft and all that they just need those to correlate. They need that article coming out with the 2 tickers on it. And they're like, oh, wow, these guys are pairing up with them. A lot of people still don't know about this, about Hennessy. So just keep an eye out. Want to look at the mains. We're going to look at the SPY here. I don't know if this ended up being a kangaroo or what, but whatever this thing is, I think it was signaling all-time high with its tail. What's going on really? We're past these all-time fighting highs to a point. Are we? No, we're still below like the beginning of September, but we've got rejected off where we were from there, and we've been just chilling. We've been chilling right in this channel. We need to break back to where we were in the tail section, get back up to the head around like past 360. If we can get past 360 again here pretty soon, this could end up rocking and rolling out to new all-time highs. You know, we definitely have more gaps that we have to fill. Got a gap here, 348. We got a gap down here at 339. Should still come down all the way to 332. We still got more room, but it does look kind of shaky up here. If you look at the volume right here, you can see we had a peak over by the tail of that said animal, and it's just kind of been going down. We need some more heavyweight something. I'm guessing if we get some better vaccine news or something, some sort of catalyst like that, that's the only thing that's been helping, I think, a little bit. That and stimulus money. I don't see stimulus happening though for a while. And we're also seeing the tighter clinch on cities and states right now as for even like curfews, which I don't understand. But a lot of places having curfews where you can't even go out past 10 p.m. or and 6 a.m. I believe. That tightening means things are getting funky. We've also got a lot of charts I didn't even put up. I didn't want to get into too much, but we've got a lot of cases that are going up for the CVID stuff, right? So those have skyrocketed. Something to pay attention to. That could be used as the catalyst why the market reacts like it does. Or the world revolves around this right here. Let's look at the Qs. I'm sure it looks the same. It's about the same. You know, we could try to draw like some, maybe another McDonald's right here, right? Another M. We're just gonna have to watch it. Honestly, at this point, anyone who tells you they know what this is gonna do is they just don't. The big reason why too is because usually you can follow the COT reports, like what the big money's doing, whether they're saying the market's gonna go up or down, and you can kind of try to follow them, right? Be on their side. But lately, like we were talking about in gold just a second ago, that's not even correlating, dude. The big money's like, no, I'm out of gold. It's too high. But it's still hanging out. I think a lot of retail's having a big play in this, right? Y'all remember or see my videos on the Fannie Freddie Macs of the world? If you haven't seen my video on that, go check them out. They are in their final stage now. I believe they have one more hearing with the Supreme Court, and this should be over. And all signs are pointing to this thing going through. What does that equate to? 2xing your money. 2xing your money overnight. Might be a place to park some stuff. Regardless, they've gapped up. Be careful. Of course, it could bleed back down, but just watch the news on these. Watch for that catalyst. If you see some Fannie Freddie news, pop in there if it's positive, of course. Again, we got TLT, you know, one of these safe haven, quote unquote, places with the 20-year Treasury bond. It went up last week. And this is something, you know, the past 2 weeks has been going up. And this is something to watch because this is where scared money does put money. It's nothing too drastic though. It's not like it's gapping $20, $30 up. It's just kind of going up a little bit. People still aren't that scared, which means the stock market still should kind of be going up a little bit. That's what I think. As for silver and gold, it's kind of trying to trickle up. I still think we're going to get let's call it a catch up to Bitcoin. So let's take a look at silver. Let's back out 6 months, see if that gives us a better picture to be painted. Yeah, so you know we were riding around this like $30 to $25 or $27 range. And we were thinking we were going to get another leg up, but of course they faked everybody out. Big money definitely had to be pushing this baby down. Got another channel here. I just feel like this is going to catch up. It's going to catch up to the Bitcoin, and we'll get to that in a second. Looks like we're going to have another pendant here. Something like that going on. Let's see if we can get another one on the other side. Wrap her right on up. I think we've technically broke again. It just keeps doing these flags and pendants and then breaking, flag pendant breaking. This technically looks healthy down here. Healthy-ish. I'm still pretty volatile, but consolidation is good. But just watch the volume again. The volume is tapered off. You'll notice mid-months and stuff, it's usually getting lower, but if you start seeing, because right now it's towards the end, but if we start seeing some parabolic moves coming up even before like the 30th of this month, just watch it. Here's the catch-up I'm thinking for Bitcoin. Just look at this monster, dude. Let's go to all. So back in 2017, this was at $26,000. We're now at 18,500, and we broke through this big burrito here. It got squeezed. The salsa verde could be coming out the bottom of the burrito, almost the bottom of it, and it's just getting squeezed. What's holding us back? Nothing, dude. That's the trippy part. This is straight bull. You see these lines, how thin they are back over here, even in like 2017, 2018. this just shows like more meat, right? Like, so there wasn't a lot of meat that hit this. This could have been obviously some big old money marketers right there, money movers, but look how solid this is. You know, the girth on this thing is showing there's a lot in here, a lot of love, a lot of people in this. I think it's going to keep going. You know, still watch it though. It's still one of those things that's not going to go forever. How are we playing this? A lot of us are playing it with Riot. This one here, you know, back in 2017 went from $4 all the way up to $45. Just a 10x your money. It's no big deal. Anyways, we were buying this around 2-ish, 250, you know, all around here. And this has been getting some great love. You know, this has been following this still has a long ways to run though, even to catch up where it's at now. But it's already at 6. Is it too late to get in here? If you are a Bitcoin bull and you think that this is still going to run, Bitcoin's going to run, this is definitely going to keep running. Even if Bitcoin stays where it's at, these should still keep running to catch up. These should technically be halfway where they were back here, right? In 2017 and stuff. So if that was the case, let's go back to Riot. By the way, Riot's been getting a little bit more action than Mara. But then they kind of go back and forth. Like you can see on Friday, Riot went down 8%, 0.08%. But then Mara finally caught up and went up 9.71%. How do I have it set up personally? I've got the money allocated towards this. I've got about 70, 80% in Riot and about 20, 30% in Mara for a sideways exposure to this. But again, if we were to run up to correlate where this was, Bitcoin was, we should go halfway up where it was in 2007, was it? When was this with Bitcoin? No, that was before that, right? We need to go to let's go to 2018. Let's see where it's at. So even if we get to the halfway up mark where we're in 2017, 2018, still should be at 20. It's 5x. I'll take a 5x any day. How about y'all? Still realize though, people that are totally like Bitcoin bulls, they'll still tell you it's a safe haven. Not really. It kind of is, but the problem is the stock market is still going to push it around. And that's where something like this would win. If stuff ever does get really crazy, they can still light switch Bitcoin. They can't light switch physical silver. They can't. Right? That's the problem. But just look at what happened in March. If you want to know, everything went down with it. Just keep all that in mind. Any other plays you guys want me to take a look at? Anything we want to cover? Maybe tomorrow. I'll try to get another video in tomorrow. We'll see what's going on. Just put it down in the comments. If you haven't joined our Patreon, please do it. I slide y'all deals right before I do the videos. That way you get a lot better entries on stuff and still sharing some tickers that I'm still not talking about out here. If y'all wouldn't mind sharing this with your friends, it'd be greatly appreciated. Y'all have a good rest of the weekend and take care.
Did you know that we give away free silver? Simply leave a comment on the video, and as long as you're in the continental United States, you can be automatically entered to win. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.